New at 6, a new plan to redevelop whole blocks of downtown Atlanta.
John Birdsong and Atlanta Ventures just bought the swath of land from German developer Newport.
I'm Tim Wright. I'm a broker at Cushman & Wakefield. We are here in South Downtown. A lot of you have probably heard of this project. It's 57 historic buildings in the heart of downtown Atlanta. It was purchased in late December of 2023, right before I went to the courthouse steps. We call it the Christmas miracle. There's been a ton happening. I've spent all week reading. I've been making maps and trying to figure out what all is happening. We have about 10 restaurants that have just been announced that are down here. And there's a ton of buildings that are getting gutted and rebuilt. Today, we have the pleasure of walking with the project managers that are working on it. And we're going to get a kind of behind the scenes look at what's really happening. All the apartments that they're building, all the restaurants that they're building. So come along, we're going to learn together. I've done my best to try and know what's happening, but it's a lot. So it's really exciting what's happening, and come on.
Hey guys, I just want to take a second and thank our sponsors for today. Our main sponsor is SHR, or Sanji High Roads. David Sanji was one of our guests a couple months ago and really brought an incredible story about his career. Sanji High Roads is a commercial real estate development company that has done almost $3 billion in developments. A couple projects that you might know here in Atlanta is the Hyatt Centric right behind Lenox Mall. There's also the Howell, which is a brand new apartment complex. And the most exciting project that they're working on is the expansion to the Savannah Convention Center. We're really excited to go down there probably early next year to show you guys what's going on, but they've broken ground. It's almost a $400 million project. It's been in the works for almost 10 years, and very excited. So if you have any development opportunities or you want to learn more about them, please visit sanjihighroads.com. Again, that's sanjihighroads.com. Now back to the show.
Hey guys, so I'm here with Jaren Abedania. So Jaren's been at South Downtown for a little over a year now. He's one of the project managers. We're gonna walk with him. He's got a couple of these buildings that he's personally responsible for.
Yeah.
Tell what are you working on?
I'm primarily responsible for our projects between, let's say, MLK, Martin Luther King Drive, and Mitchell Street, where we're standing right now, along Broad Street. And that's going to be roughly 12 buildings or so, dozens of restaurants, dozens of office suites on the second floor and third floor, a few residential units, half-acre park, new green space in the heart of our neighborhood. Cool. So a good little collection of buildings and programs.
Love it. Should we go check it out?
Let's go. This is what we call Judge's Corner. This property was previously owned by Judge Levinson, who had a compound here, his offices, and some business suites in this building. So this is colloquially what we call Judge's Corner, but it's our 185 Mitchell project. This building here, 185 Mitchell, is presumably one of the oldest, if not the oldest, building that we own, or that South Downtown owns. So this is a great, really microcosm of what the work that we're doing in South Downtown, because it's truly mixed use in these 4 buildings here. 2 residential units above, ground floor retail. So this is a space at the corner of Broad and Mitchell where Todd Ginsburg and Josh Kim, who together run Bloom Roadside in Milton, they are starting another venture here, yet to be named Diner. But we announced that 2 weeks ago. Obviously, Todd Ginsburg is renowned on his own for all the great restaurants he's done over the years.
Yeah.
But that was super exciting, very recent announcement for us. Yet to be announced. Food and beverage in 191, which is that building across this what will be a shared courtyard in the middle here between these buildings. 115 is another restaurant opportunity right behind at the back of this courtyard. And then free to share that our office, our new South Downtown offices, will be on the second level of 111 and 15.
Okay.
115.
That'll be y'all's third.
That'll be our.
Because y'all moved to y'all were on Broad Street before, and then you moved over to
It's hard to say what's really our office because everything feels so temporary for us. We're
floating.
We are the most flexible tenant in South Downtown.
Yes, yes you can. And just grab your desk.
We have to be. We have to be because we're building great spaces for all these new businesses, and we got to get out of our own way sometimes.
Got it.
In the middle of Broad Street, between Martin Luther King Jr. Drive and Mitchell Street, between 5 Points MARTA station at the northern end of the block and Garnett station at the south end. This is really our central spine. This is the core focus.
This is Project L.
This is the long leg of Project L,
Yeah.
let's say. It's been a core focus for us for South Downtown for the past 18 months. It's where a lot of our buildings are. It's our most contiguous collection of historic buildings where a lot of our investment is going in this initial phase. So just kind of marching down the street, we have the HL Green building at the corner, at the northeast corner. One of our newer vintage buildings, in the 1950s or so, used to be a five and dime department store. We're thinking that's going to be a new ATV, another extension of ATV. At least that's the current conception. And then kind of filling in, we have about 9 or 10 ground floor retail food and beverage spaces planned for. And above that will be additional Atlanta Tech Village suites, about 9 or 10, let's say, graduate suites. So folks coming out of smaller 2, 3, up to 10 suites in ATV Sylvan, they graduate into larger offices. So these could be now like 20-person tech, new businesses.
Yeah. What's the square footage on? It's like 2,000 or 3,000 feet a piece?
Closer to, I'd say, like 1,500 on average.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit less. They're small.
Yeah.
But they're super unique, boutique, and really nothing else like it in Atlanta.
Cool.
And yeah, continue. So that's our old office there. That'll serve a lot of utility for the block. And then, so yeah, as we talked about, Judge's Corner here, 185 Mitchell, a great microcosm of what we're doing. El Tesoro at 171. So Alan comes down a lot. He was down here yesterday.
Yeah.
Alan Rains, who owns and has ran El Tesoro in Edgewood and West End for many years now, of great renown. This new spot will be coming early next year as well.
Okay.
They just started this week with masonry repair, but there's going to be a lot of great activity over the next month or so, demoing new openings, and getting these spaces ready for fit outs.
Yeah. Was that where they found all the bees?
That is where they found the bees.
Got it. Yeah.
Good research.
Yeah, I read every one of those. Dude, I had a stack of paper. My wife was like, "What are you reading?"
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I have a honeycomb on my desk.
Wow. Did
Yeah.
you keep the bullet and the brooch and all that stuff?
Yeah,
I
so
wasn't there, but I was.
That wasn't there, but yeah, Bryan Capps, our resident archaeologist, is the keeper of all artifacts.
Yeah. Cool.
So he found the bullet, the Civil War era, presumably bullet,
Yeah.
from the basement of, I believe it was 89 Broad, right up here.
Awesome.
So yeah, that's one of our favorite things to do, is dig around in dirt, because a lot of this dirt has been covered by buildings for over 100 years, so there's a lot of good treasures to find.
Long time. Y'all own these,
We do not own those two buildings.
but everything else.
They are friendly neighbors, but everything else on this block, including this parking lot here in the middle, which was a parking lot up until Monday this week. We shut it down. It's never coming back. It's never going to be parking again. It will be a park though, half-acre park, new green space in the middle of, again, kind of our promenade, our South Downtown promenade between the two MARTA stations.
Yeah. Can we walk through all
Let's
this?
do it.
Yeah, all right.
Absolutely.
Great.
So now we're standing in the middle of our projects with Kronberg Urbanists and Architects and Winter Johnson Group. So that's our architect and construction team.
Yeah.
A ton of work here.
That's a lot.
And certainly more than we expected when we started.
Yeah.
So when you start peeling away layers of paint and then brick.
They're like putting up bricks right now.
Yeah.
like.
So that's an interesting case study there.
Yeah.
See that tree that's in that building? Right
yeah.
out of the facade there? The same thing was in this facade. And really, every one of these buildings had a similar condition. Where that tree, which we still don't know exactly what the species is, some invasive plant.
Oh, like it's actually built into the tree.
And because it had been growing likely for a decade, maybe decades, the roots were running from the roof, from the parapet of the roof, all the way down into the basement. Between this building and, so that's 97 and 93.
Wow.
So in order to stabilize the building and the facade specifically, we downstacked, which is taking the bricks off of the building, downstacked the bricks all the way to the ground floor so we could chase the root, which was still living, down to where it was like a 1/4 inch or less, take it out, kill it, and in the past week we're now just starting to rebuild the facade.
Wow.
So that happened there.
Yeah.
It may happen a few other times, hopefully not.
Yeah, I'm sure that was not a cheap fix.
It was not a cheap fix. It was not anticipated from the start.
Yeah.
So definitely like a
Set you back.
A surprise along the way that we need to do.
Yeah.
Because we want these buildings to stand for another 100 years plus.
Yeah.
We got to do the right thing now.
Yeah.
To keep that opportunity.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So just a similar amount of work across all of these buildings. Joist repair, just taking out all the bad rotted joists, replacing them with new wood, repairing all these facades. So a lot of these were painted like 97 and 93. So removing the paint, which was locking in moisture and really deteriorating the bricks faster than they would otherwise be if they were exposed. So exposing all the brick, we're gonna, we're now going through the process of tuck pointing all of the brick. So the mortar joints are strong, fresh and strong. To just bring these buildings back to life.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Cool. We can step inside for now.
Yeah, let's do it. Oh my God, this is crazy.
This isn't light work.
No. Oh my God.
And you don't necessarily, standing on the street, you don't really get a great sense of the extent to which we're rehabbing these buildings.
Yeah.
This is another just kind of inflection point for us, I think, as we were unpacking these buildings. The original concept was this was going to have a roof deck. So this building did have a roof up until about a month ago, let's say.
Yeah.
We needed to repair the whole roof structure, so we were going to take it off anyways and put back a new roof, which would be accessible from the second floor of 90 Broad next door.
Yeah.
When we took off this roof and exposed this condition, we all came here on a Friday and said, this is actually pretty nice. This is a special moment. So let's explore the opportunity of leaving this as an open courtyard, which then the restaurant here at 90 Broad and the restaurant that'll be coming at 94 Broad can have this special outdoor space, which we didn't have.
No,
it was not planned for up until a month ago.
Wow. Okay, so a wall's going to go up here.
We are going to rebuild a wall here.
Okay.
This wall was collapsing.
Okay.
So we, again, like 97, downstacked it all the way from the second floor of the roof down to the ground floor so we can truly stabilize the building and come back with a new wall.
Okay. What are they working on over there?
So that they're tuck pointing the granite foundation wall.
Okay.
So that foundation wall was built when this building was originally
That thing looks like
constructed
it's from 1800s or so, I don't know if it's early 1900s.
100%. 1800s.
Crazy.
Late 1800s. You got it. Nobody's seen that arch for, decades. Now you're going to be able to have a cocktail, beer, wine, while sitting in that back space, looking at history.
That's pretty cool. Hey guys, I just want to take a second and thank our sponsors for today's episode. This episode is brought to you by Corporate Environments, Georgia's leading full-service commercial furniture and workplace solutions partner. Whether you're building out Class A offices, retrofitting co-working space, or planning large-scale tenant improvements, Corporate Environments brings deep expertise in future design and specification, architectural solutions, project management, delivery and installation, and more. They're known for delivering turnkey solutions that help your properties stand out and your client's space work better. Plus, as a certified minority-owned business, they bring a fresh, diversity-driven perspective to every project, something that resonates in today's market. To elevate your next interior build-out or FF&E plan, reach out to Corporate Environments. They have a location here in Atlanta and Savannah, and you can learn more at corporateenvironments.com. Let their team turn your vision into impactful spaces. Okay, so there's going to be a bunch of retail on the ground floor, and then they have the graduate suites above. This is 92 through 100 Broad Street.
So we're standing in 98 Broad, but really these buildings, when we're done, will be all connected through from 96, which is through this arch, 98 and 100 Broad next door. We've already announced this one. This is Jason First and Sam Pinner, who opened Sammy's in Adair Park 2-3 months ago now. This will be their new barbecue spot here on Broad Street.
Broad Street Barbecue.
Broad Street Barbecue.
Yeah.
Not sure if that's the final name, but that's the working title.
Okay.
So they'll have all three of these storefronts from 96 to 100. And we've always thought collectively that this is one of our more interesting and definitely captivating moments in these buildings. These arches that have been here for 100 years, connecting these these spaces is a beautiful moment.
Does this stay open? Like y'all are doing stairs?
We are doing stairs.
Like, you can kind of see the where it used to be.
So that's the historic stair. We're basically putting back a stair in its place for the second and third floor offices above, which again will be new ATV suites. But one of the first day that I came to work in South Downtown, I came into this space, and this is when there was still a storefront in space, so there's like a dappled light coming through. You cast it onto these walls, and you walk in, and this arch is beautifully framed. It's like, oh, like this is it.
Yeah, that's a really cool. That is a cool moment.
This is what we want to see. So the arch is going to stay. They're working through the design now. We'll be starting construction likely early next year.
Okay.
And goal, as with everything that we're looking at, to be open by World Cup.
Yep. Love it.
Pour and shell, getting these buildings stabilized, dried in, and operating is like, spring of next year. We hope many of the restaurant operators that we've gotten to lease will be open by late spring, open for World Cup for sure. But then, we have years of work here to just finish the work.
Yeah.
Fill out the restaurant spaces, retail spaces here, just here on Broad Street, but on every block that we have work going. So even though, there's a lot of emphasis on June of 2026, but that's just this phase.
That's right.
We're going to keep it going.
That's a point in time. We've got,
Point in time.
We got a long runway ahead.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I just want to take a second and thank today's sponsors. This episode is brought to you by USA Cabling Technologies and Solutions. Alex Morris and his team are just the most incredible partners. They've helped us get our studio going here. Anything that you need for low voltage or audio-visual needs in your own build-outs or office suites, they are just A+. So if you want to learn more about them, you can go to their website, usacablingtech.com. Again, that's usacablingtech.com. Now back to the show.
Okay, so there are 2 residential units going in this. Both are 2 bedrooms.
Both are 2 bedrooms.
And then the ground floor is retail.
So we're staying in 115. We're looking for a restaurant operator here. There'll be a new opening along this wall that opens into our shared courtyard in the middle where we started. One of the cool things, if we could get this off.
Sure.
That is a piece of metal.
Oh yeah, I saw this online. This is like, are we dragging it?
Yep.
Okay. It's real easy on the ears. Straight back. Dude, look at that.
So this is one of the coolest finds, I'd say. This must have been middle of summer last year when we started initial demo on these spaces. Dan Powers, who's with Peter Constructive, is the contractor here, when we were in our office at 99 Broad, called us and said, hey, y'all got to come look at this. Because this was covered by a slab of concrete up until, must have been August of last year.
Yeah.
Started the demo.
Wait, they just literally put concrete on top of this?
Just concrete sitting on top of this.
Oh my gosh.
And
what does it say, 115 something?
115 Empire Clothing Company, which was here up until about 1924 in this suite. So this kind of gets to the heart of what we are trying to do in South Downtown. This is Atlanta's founding neighborhood. There are imprints of businesses that were started here in this neighborhood. This is just one of them.
Yeah.
Haverty's. We did a post a couple weeks ago about Haverty's, which is now one of the oldest publicly traded businesses in the country.
Yeah.
Started in this neighborhood.
What was their ad, or what building were they in?
They've been in a few buildings.
Okay.
They were at one point in 96 Broad, where we were standing.
Wow.
It wasn't 96 Broad at that time.
No.
Because the addresses have changed. They've been on Peachtree. This just kind of speaks to the ethos of the work that we're doing. It's like uncovering this history, honoring it, and building on it, right? Because ultimately, we're part of Atlanta Ventures and our sister company, Atlanta Tech Village, which is in the business of founding new companies.
Yeah, so good.
Yeah.
Did y'all find any like AJC article or like Atlanta Journal?
There's a lot of history. So yeah, when you look at
Empire Clothing.
Yeah, one of our favorite pictures of Broad Street specifically, but just generally, it's from late 1920s.
Yeah.
It's a great perspective of Broad Street, and you can see the original Empire Clothing blade sign. It's
cool.
very tall. It's like 2 stories fixed on this building.
Wow.
So yeah, just a lot of interesting discoveries like this. This happens every day.
Just find new
It's
stuff.
so fun. So yeah, it runs from like Civil War bullets to interesting tile to a lot of Like,
Dude, I still can't believe they're like, let's just pour concrete on it. We don't have any use for it.
yeah, these are the fun things.
Yeah.
There's a lot of less fun things that we find.
I'm sure.
Unfortunately, you can't like really attach value to this necessarily.
No.
Unlike rotting joists or missing foundations and stuff like that. But this is what keeps us going.
Right. Do we need to cover it back?
We do.
Okay.
Please. Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, let's head upstairs.
Cool.
Watch your step here. So this is a residential unit, about 900 square feet. Another one just like it on the 3rd floor above. This gets amazing light just throughout the day, and they're large window openings. So yeah, you're right, 2-bedroom residential unit here. Our team here, I said, Peter Constructive is the contractor, local architects. They are local to Atlanta, is the design team.
This is it. That's cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. When was this like? I mean, are these 1900s era?
So presumably this is the original construction. This building goes back to like 1880s at least. It might be older than that.
Wow.
That's just the farthest back we can see in the original maps that this building existed.
Yeah.
And a few others that were next door that have been since demolished. But this is a very old building. And it feels it.
The brick.
It is solid, it is standing, but it's going to take an incredible amount of work to keep it stable.
Yeah. Well, cool. Come get your next apartment here. In a year?
In about a year.
In about a year.
Yeah. So yeah, a lot of focus on the buildings. Yeah. That's what South Downtown owns, and that's what we have control of. That's what we can design and work on. But in collaboration with the city, Atlanta DOT, MARTA, we're also redoing the whole street, and that effort is now being led by Atlanta Downtown Improvement District, Jennifer Ball and her team at ADID CAP to really lead the implementation effort along this whole corridor between 5 Points, MARTA Station, and to and through Plaza at Garnett. Cool. So along the same timeline over the next 8 months or so, this whole street is going to get a refresh. Frankly, removing these pavers, which can be problematic for maintenance and accessibility. So new sidewalk, new tree plantings, new landscaping to really make this a beautiful pedestrian experience when you're getting off MARTA, when you're getting off at the 2 BRT stations, the bus rapid transit stations from Summerhill, off of MLK and Mitchell. If you're riding your bike down here, to be a beautiful urban experience.
Yeah, awesome. Jaren, thank you for all the hard work your team is putting in. This is super exciting. I knew there was stuff happening. Obviously, we walked it plenty of times, but now it's like, okay, we can, all the LOIs, at least is getting signed.
Yeah.
Good. Hey guys, we're at section 2 here. This is Marlowe Shannon. She is a project manager with South Downtown. She's been on the project a little over a year. We're here on the main section of Hotel Row. You might have come down here and had some coffee at Spiller Park or maybe Tide Tate, but Marlowe's really, she's heading up all the fit outs of the upstairs where the new ATV is. There's another ATV, HL Green. HL Green. There's so many names, I'm trying to keep them all straight. And that's it, come along.
First or second week of July. It was a 7-month build out, 6.5 month build out. It was delivered January 8th for their grand opening, ribbon cutting and everything. So it was a journey for sure, but we had solid plans, solid everything, and was really able to kind of turn the space around and give ATV what they needed in downtown Atlanta.
It has a really cool aesthetic, and this is the Robo Dogs?
Yes, this is Undaunted.
Undaunted.
This is their office for right now. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they've got, multiple contracts now with other people around the city, just trying to bring a new tech level of security everywhere.
Are we allowed? Can we show a shot? Y'all gotta see this.
Yeah.
Are we rolling?
Around.
All right, we're at the Atlanta Tech Village in South Downtown. This is Undaunted. What's your name, man? I'm sorry. We just walked into your Chris. Yeah, nice Tim. Good to meet you. So what do y'all have here?
Yeah. So our company's called Undaunted. We do robotic security guards. So as you can see, we have a fleet of robots, and we install these at properties around Atlanta. Tap into existing camera infrastructure of those properties. So we have a team remotely monitoring the cameras, addressing casing for any threats. Whenever we see something suspicious, we deploy the robots and go address the threat. The robots can sound an alarm, call the police. We have two-way communication enabled. So it's a lot of fun, and that's what we do.
Wow. All right.
Let me get a remote and I can walk it around for you.
How fast do these things go?
Find out. 2 seconds.
All right. I'm sure y'all see this every day. I've seen them online. I haven't seen them in person till like, oh my gosh. That is so crazy. They're pretty heavy. Like you can feel it like stomping on the ground.
You can actually see, like, I love doing this. It's just like
oh my gosh.
That thing does not fall over.
Wow.
But here, so they have lots of large offices, smaller offices, one-person offices. We've got a good amount of conference rooms. And how the ATV is set up, we have like the high side with the super, super high ceilings for, you know, people who are really wanting that kind of grand office, you know, glass windows, lots of lighting type of space. And then over on the lower side, we have where you give more of an intimate feel. Ceilings are lower, the ceilings are dark, so it gives more of a cozy, homey type of feel, kind of like literally, kind of like literally you're still working from home, but you're still in a space. So the smaller offices are over here on this side. So we've got a lot of people that have moved in. So all in all, with this floor and the third floor, we've got over 30,000 square feet of new tech entrepreneur office space here in downtown Atlanta. So here on Hotel Row, we have 2 restaurants that have been announced that hopefully will be opening within the next 3 to 4 months. We have Delilah's Soulful as well as Bottle Rocket. And Bottle Rocket will be moving here from Castleberry Hill, and Delilah's, of course, she has 3 other restaurants around town. So everyone be sure to come down here and check them out really soon.
And that's right next to Spiller Park Coffee and Tide Tate that's already here. So really filling in the retail.
Absolutely.
And then we're gonna go take a look at, y'all have a record store now?
We do, we do have a record store here that's been open, and it's been featured in a music video. And
has it really?
Yeah, Lecrae, Killer Mike, and T.I.
Oh, really? Okay.
Shot a music video, so go check it out. Yeah.
It's out now?
It is.
Okay.
Yeah, they sent us a video.
All right. How many retail slots do you have still available?
Still available? 3.
3? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
This is Crates ATL. The owner here, he has another location over in Little Five Points as well. So this has been a very popular record store. He sells a lot of different things in here, candles, different type of knick-knack gifts and things like that. It's a super cool store. I wish they were open. They open at 11 though.
So this is it for Hotel Row. So we walked out, it's HL Green, Atlanta Tech Village, HL Green.
Yes, Atlanta Tech Village at HL Green.
We have one other, it's co-working Tech Village space further down the street that we're gonna go check out now.
This is HL Green. We're here on the corner of Broad and MLK. This will be the new Founders Club, probably giving more of a upscale Atlanta Tech Village vibe. We'll have large offices, small offices. They'll be able to do catering, restaurant space. We're working on possibly a robotics lab, maker space for downtown Atlanta Tech Village members. This will be delivered fully in probably sometime of late 2026, early 2027. But this building will also have a rooftop lounge, indoor and outdoor. And the indoor rooftop lounge will be delivered hopefully middle of next year before World Cup.
So context Jaren, he's working on all this stuff on Broad Street. This is at the very top of Broad Street, at least relatively for the South Downtown neighborhood.
Yes.
Yeah, so we're gonna get a little behind the scenes tour here.
Yeah, sure.
This is really cool. I'm kind of freaking out.
Everyone watch your step.
Watch your eyes. Oh my gosh. What is this, 20 foot ceilings?
I think more than that, yeah.
22, 24?
Yeah, I think 24. This actually used to be a store, Five and Dime store chain.
Yeah.
So it was, this space actually has 3 levels. We have a basement, obviously a huge main level.
Yeah.
There's a mezzanine level and then another huge level on top of us.
This is so cool.
Yeah, and then again, we will be creating a rooftop lounge as well as an indoor rooftop kind of space. So we'll definitely be open to, like, the goal is to have an event space here in South Downtown Atlanta, and this area will give us obviously all the immense space to be able to have different type of events, Lots of large catering. We're gonna have a huge kitchen in here as well.
So tell me, like this area, that you're gonna keep this open for events, like
absolutely.
You're saying? Okay.
Yeah,
And
this
then
area.
the second floor, that's gonna be where the suites are?
Yes,
Okay.
the office suites will start on the mezzanine level right here.
Okay, all
Office
that.
and conference room,
Yeah,
as
these
well
cool
as the
stairs.
full level above us will be full-blown office space. We're gonna have large stadium type seating here. With all of our grand staircases, elevator shafts and everything. So, and we'll have a kind of like a small grab and go type of kitchen counter on this side. And again, the large catering kitchen over here, so that when people have events, you know, they can really deck it out and do it the right way.
Yeah.
In downtown Atlanta.
That's awesome. So what's downstairs? I see there's a big stairs.
Downstairs is where the maker space will be.
Okay.
So we are preparing that right now, hopefully for maker space, robotics, woodworking, just a few different things in the works, in the making. Yeah, just watch your step down the stairs.
This is so cool.
Yeah.
You just have no idea like how big these spaces are.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, from the
street.
outside they don't look very large, but here, I mean, we've got.
What are y'all excavating over here?
We're excavating the entire slab. So we're getting down to the deepest footings everywhere, and we're gonna pull everything up. And
so these
do
are
a
all
full-
new. These are new cuts. That you're,
These are new cuts as we're gonna start removing the entire slab,
That's
and
a
we'll
lot of
pour.
work.
Oh, absolutely.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll pour a brand new one.
Wow.
To be able to hold, because the building is fine for what it is, but because we are adding a rooftop lounge, indoor and outdoor, we had to beef it up a little bit.
Got it. So better foundation, you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, better foundation.
Well, some really cool inventions are going to be made down here.
Absolutely.
Makerspace. A lot of good ideas.
Absolutely.
So cool.
Undaunted is one of the reasons behind us.
Oh,
needing
really?
To do, needing
What are
to have a
they said
makerspace.
we need an open area.
They need more stuff.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
so we're, welcoming companies like Undaunted and things like that to come into South Downtown and not feel that, we're not for those type of tech entrepreneurs. It's not just software, our company is really opening its arms to all forms of the tech industry, and Makerspace deems to be a lot of where everything is going.
It's a big need. Hey guys, we are starting our third and final section of the South Downtown tour. We're joined by project manager Bryan Capps, who's been with the project a little over a year now. They're using this building to build out 26 residential units. There's a lot of writing that's gone into the budget, and John Birdsong, he's done plenty to talk about that, but we get a behind the scene of what they're actually doing here. So at that, I'm gonna let Bryan just take over and show us what's going on.
So we are, even though this is 85 Peachtree, we're standing on Broad Street. Building is full through block. It was built in 1899 and added onto after a fire in 1916, 1917. It was used as part of the Kessler building for a while, until they basically blocked up all their openings, and this portion of the building has been empty for, we understand, to be almost 50 years.
Wow.
So plenty of structural work that's already completed. You can now walk around and feel like it is a building again. We are less than a year out from this being home to 26 residential units, 34 beds, 2 F&B concept retail spaces, one of which opens out to a courtyard, and this big hole in the block that we're looking at behind us, what we call 60 Broad, was formerly a building torn down from MARTA construction in the 70s. 90s building put up with this red steel that you see, and we have torn, in turn, most of that building down to reopen through block passage all the way to Peachtree Street.
All right, man.
Well, let's take a look.
Yeah, let's do it.
This is the 60 Broad courtyard that we were talking about. Floor was roughly, you can see the paint lines on the columns.
Yeah.
It's about here. Okay. We cut out all of the elevated floor, found there was a basement under there. You can actually see the brick foundations of the older building that was here until the 1970s. This is actually, as from MARTA construction, this is their stair pop-up. So that goes all the way down to the platform that is right beneath our feet.
Whoa.
For the north-south lines. And this will be brought back up to existing or sidewalk grade, granite cobblestones, concrete sidewalks, outdoor seating. We are standing right in the middle of where you're gonna have a nice glazed masonry wall, gates that open during the day, close during the night for residents, and this kind of what's left of a building behind us here Yeah, that's 81 Peachtree. As we understand it, that building dates to sometime around the 1870s. Very, very rough shape structurally.
Yeah.
So what we've done there, you can see all the steel that we've put on it, is we're bracing the facades on both this side and on Peachtree.
Yeah.
It's where you're going to be able to see through all the way from here to Peachtree Street and walk through as a pedestrian-only way to cross the 2 blocks.
So what do y'all do? Are y'all filling this up with dirt, or is it going to be structural?
This is all getting filled up with cellular grout fill.
Okay.
So a form of concrete and 57 stone. So this will be fully, structured, able to run equipment around on it. We'll have our grease traps out here serving both of these restaurants. So courtyard that really does it all.
Yeah. Very cool.
Wow. Yeah, this is probably a good moment. This is a great example of the stuff that you don't know about until you start demolition. When we were standing in this space, when we first started work, getting ready to start demo, this was a vinyl tile floor and an acoustical drop ceiling at about 8 foot high. There was a really short mezzanine up on top of these orange steel beams, so we thought this was 2 levels of space. We demoed out the floor, which was half wood frame, half concrete, overall poorly put together, and found all of this steel nonsense. This looks like 2 or 3 generations of steel modifications.
Yeah.
We understand the earlier stuff was done when they dropped the
Some of this
floor.
stuff doesn't even look necessary.
Well, yeah, that's
just nonsense.
We have been trying to figure out what is and what is not. The first generation is when they cut out the floor to drop it 4 feet.
Okay.
Your floor would have been sitting on this originally. You can
Really?
see the beam pockets in the wall.
Yeah.
Over there. So
Wow. Okay.
something happened where either this needed to meet Broad Street or Broad Street itself got changed in elevation. So they cut all the beams off, demolished the floor, braced all of the columns, and sent those to the wall. And then at some point later, all of this orange steel got added, including cutting off that green column, which supports the entire building, spreading those loads out to the walls in the basement. And we think that was done about the time MARTA came through.
What a mess.
So I don't know if that was a gantry crane or if they just did that for some reason. But we are currently working to remedy some of the situation with the storefront. We got these lovely cast iron columns that we found, so we are modifying this steel to be able to pull the orange stuff away from it.
Sure.
So then what we'll have, instead of this mess looking outside, we'll still have one beam, but otherwise you get pretty much consistent storefront full height. And this is one of the 2 retail restaurant spaces. This one, can't see it yet, but it's going to have storefront that opens out into the courtyard we were just in.
Are we able to go
Yep.
go
So
up?
we can go up.
We can check it out. I mean, it looks like they're putting in some drywall.
Yeah, we are not quite finished stuff yet, but still putting up demising walls. It's starting to feel like rooms.
So
that'll be retail 1.
Retail 1.
Everything forward of this column line is retail 2, and then this has fantastic Peachtree Street frontage. Same thing, really tall storefront. You can actually see here, you got that SF3B mark on the wall. That is storefront that opens up into your courtyard.
Cool.
And what we just passed over to get there is your residential lobby. So from this column line to that column line, this will all be where, if you live here, if you're one of the 26 units, this is your entryway. So that window opens up into the vestibule, the new door, kind of where the ladders are, mail rooms over here. This is your kind of ground floor lobby space, and then this is obviously our elevator.
Okay.
It goes the entire height up the structure. They're working to put up elevator shaft and stair shaft right now.
Oh,
We'll
yeah,
have
they're
a
working
trash
on it.
chute in here.
Yeah.
So full, everything you'd expect from, Lux multifamily.
Yeah. So how do you just have stairs right now to get up?
Yeah, so far it's construction stairs.
Okay.
And they will be the final stairs as well, but obviously they're not finished out yet.
Right. What's going in the basement?
The portion of the basement that we're standing over now will be building systems. So you'll have your electrical room, your back of house maintenance.
Yeah. all the
That
trash stuff.
basement is storage space for this retail. So that stair only goes between their 2 levels.
Okay.
It's not, unfortunately, not enough head height to get any, customer use down there. Same as this side, but that's plenty of storage for retail or restaurant use.
Yeah. We were in the HL Green building. I'm so blown away by how high the ceilings are in these buildings.
Yeah, it's atypical. This one actually has about a 10-foot basement. That section, because it was a different building, is about a 6-foot basement. Most of our basements are pretty compromised, though. I think there's only a handful in the district that actually have usable head heights.
Okay. Second floor of 85 Peachtree. These are future resident apartments. Is this, yeah, what's going on here?
So we're standing in a studio unit. This drop ceiling you're looking at behind you is where your kitchen goes. Bedroom will be over there. Bathroom's a little bit closer to the corridor. And this is a big hole we cut in the side of the building. Steel plate shroud. This is where a sliding patio door goes.
Yeah.
And everything that you're looking at in this building is what's getting hollowed out. So this will be open to sky. That'll be open about 20 feet down.
Okay.
Courtyard.
So you're getting rid of this. This is kind of a cool little.
That's a
thing.
weird structural detail. Okay. That whole second floor is suspended from the third.
Okay.
But yeah, so we'll clean
this
up
is all-
these courtyard walls. This will be a pass-through from Broad to Peachtree.
Okay.
And there you can see the steel frame on the front side to prop up, that brick facade. Yeah, huge structural lift to get this done, but
I'm sure, man.
I'm
I'm just
starting
like,
to get an idea
where do
for
you even start?
what it looks
How do you
like.
put it together.
The steel skeleton of 60 Broad, all of your new sidewalk, exterior patio seating, what's left of 81 Peachtree. Window openings get reopened, so this is, as much as it does kind of look like a ruin, this is going to be some fantastic texture.
Dude, can I step on this?
Yeah.
Like, look at these windows. I'm not an architect. I don't know the terminology. I feel like it's like the Alamo. Like it's it's such an older building. Like,
Yeah, so these
the shutters and stuff.
Yeah, the old fire shutter
Yeah.
pintles. I think we have one building that still has its fire shutters, but this thing's been through a lot. We're glad to be able to keep it for some texture. We are in construction.
They are, man. They're just throwing everything down.
Yeah, we got 100 years of stuff to clean up, so it gets pretty loud. We found some cracks during construction, had to downstack some of the brick, but end up with a pretty nice ruin. Definitely get the Alamo vibes from it as well.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of just junk on the roof that we're making sure our tenants don't have to stare at.
Yeah. That's what they do. They're cleaning up South Downtown.
While we were having to restructure the roof, we found an opportunity to add a roof deck, so we absolutely jumped on that.
Sure.
Accessible to anyone who lives in the building. We were able to, these terracotta roof tiles, found these out in Snellville. I went and picked them up in 2 loads in my pickup truck. Brought them back here. And
What do you
then
mean?
we're
Those
able to
are
use
new?
them. No, these were salvaged off a historic building, and they're really hard to find. So we have to take matters into our own hands to make stuff work.
So y'all installed these. That's what you're saying.
Yes, so
Okay.
this building had smaller ones originally. This
Yeah.
wall had to be beefed up a little bit, so we had to go source
Jeez.
these from out east of town.
Where do you find stuff like that?
Facebook Marketplace has quite a bit of stuff on it.
All right.
So we're standing on what'll be, pedestal pavers, railings, everything that you see that's plywooded right now.
Yeah.
We'll have green roof plantings. Everything that you see is being cleaned up right now. Scaffold should be coming down in a couple weeks with nice, cleaned up, finalized brick.
The windows are just so cool.
Yeah.
the
Anything
shape.
with the arched, the
Yeah.
rounded brick jack arch.
Yeah.
That is a historic window opening, so we're putting back windows that match the historic profiles down to 1/8 of an inch. Anything that's squared off is a new opening that gets that plate steel shroud that you were looking at.
Yeah.
So for example, we cut that one high so that's whoever lives in that bedroom doesn't have to deal with the visibility from the roof deck.
Yeah.
And then we'll just pop up to level 5, take a look at one of my favorite units.
How y'all doing? We okay walking upstairs?
Kitchen and living room. So this is all one unit. Everything you see here gets a window in it. Those are massive slider windows to replace the arch tops that we took out.
Any balcony?
No, we do have the original brackets from the fire escape.
Yeah.
But no balconies on the historic facades of the building.
This is pretty cool.
Yeah, and then of course you got views across to 82 Peachtree. That'll be the next one to go.
Yeah.
And way farther afield, you can see a little bit of the Capitol Dome across underground to Grady.
82 Peachtree has that kind of center opening.
Yes.
Of the middle. Okay.
Yeah, you can almost see it from here, but those skylights are getting replaced right now just to
Got it.
dry in the building.
This is really cool. Man.
Yeah, so this one, I think we're gonna end up with like 15-foot, 14'8" ceilings in here.
Okay.
And this was historically a very high design, finished, plastered building, so we're very painstakingly putting back all of your beam wraps. Drop ceilings have to be, at or close to where the ceilings used to be. You're not gonna see exposed plumbing. These are not lofts. These are Victorian apartments. This is a 2-bedroom unit.
Okay.
There are, I think, 8 2-bedroom units in this one. So bedroom, and even though this bedroom doesn't have a window to the outside, we're putting in clear story windows.
Yeah.
So you do get natural light. That'll be nice
that's great.
fluted glass. That is the primary bedroom. Walk-in closet, bathroom with a double vanity and shower.
What do y'all do about the flooring? Like, are you keeping it this kind of integrity?
So this is actually the subfloor, and all of the stuff you're looking at we had to replace due to structural issues.
Okay.
So we had to basically rebuild this entire floor.
Yeah.
We are putting back the same type of wood floor that was in here historically. So it's 2 1/4 inch red oak, kind of a darker stain to it, and that is everywhere other than the bathrooms. We'll have hardwood flooring. Bathrooms get a nice historically compatible tile. And we're really leaning into the finish of what these buildings would have been. Everything you're staring at here, there's a steel beam, gets a nice pressed metal trim band on it. And then this ruinous brick facade, that we have steel frame on the other side, that's going to be open window openings and a gate at Peachtree, so you can look clear through.
Which one's the courtyard?
That is this lowest third. So the dark brick that's got to get cleaned up. Even on that one during demo, we found decorative cast iron pilasters, probably 1880s, 1890s. So even though that building is missing a ton of its architectural detail, it still has a lot to give aesthetically.
So these are expected to deliver before World Cup?
Yes.
That's that's a deadline.
That is
Most
our
of the
deadline.
deadline.
That is not moving.
Yeah. Okay. And then probably post World Cup we'll get started on.
Yep. Yeah. This is phase 1. It's phase 1B.
1B.
So this is fully designed, ready to go.
Okay. Well, good. Bryan.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time. We've been walking around South Downtown for maybe about 2.5 hours with all the project managers. Kind of overwhelmed. There's a million things happening here. There's tons of new buildings that are under construction. We've got a lot of new residential apartments, a lot of food concepts that are about to deliver, and it's all ready for the World Cup. So if you're watching this and you're trying to figure out where to stay for the World Cup, or you're just excited about downtown, we can tell you from boots on the ground that we're going to be ready, and there's a lot of exciting things happening down here. So thanks for tuning in. We have a couple other segments of downtown that are coming. We're going to do one on the center, which was the former CNN Center, and then we have Centennial Yards, the 2025 update. They've just delivered both the Mitchell and the Phoenix Hotel, and they're well underway on Cosm, Live Nation's music event venue that's 5,000 seats and a lot of stuff. So stay tuned.